Bon, du coup. J'ai pas envie. Non. Ah, mais... pas un autre truc que je peux faire par là? Templier à l'ouest. Eh ben, c'est parti. C'est quoi cette musique d'un seul coup là? J'aimerais bien que tu te calmes, Dragonnet, s'il te plaît. Messieurs, bonjour.
The apostates have fled to the hills.
Et Templiers, ils sont où déjà? Je suis sûr que je peux m'en souvenir. Ah oui, c'était derrière le pont. Attends, c'était où? Ah, c'est là-bas. Tout droit là-bas. Ah oh! J'en ai. Bah ça va. Qu'est-ce que t'as dit? Ah bon. Allez-y, défoncez-le. Kill the what? Non, tant pis. Je sais que c'est par là. Miam, des goodies. J'ai pas fait gaffe si je suis presque niveau 5 ou pas. De toute façon, on verra bien.
The Templars have secured a position ahead.
Bonjour. Celui-là, le garde, on l'a défoncé. Oh, salut.
Safer on the King's Road now.
We must still deal with the apostates, however.
Les apostats qui... Ah! Les apostats qui sont où d'ailleurs? Là il y a un camp, là il y a une faille. Ça c'est quoi? Ouais, rien à foutre. Ça c'est quoi? Forteresse, ok. Bah oui, mais ils sont où? Les mages en question, ils sont où? Je vais continuer par là pour arriver au camp. Oui, j'ai ouvert ce coffre. Si, ça va, je suis presque niveau 5. Moi qui pensais que mon prochain sort serait dans très longtemps, en fait, pas vraiment.
Such an irresponsible use of magic. The mages here are little more than animals.
Oh. Comme c'est mignon ce que tu viens de dire, Solès. Bonjour.
We could make camp here.
Ok. Attends, c'est quoi l'objectif que j'ai d'activer là? Des failles? Mais qu'est-ce que j'en ai à foutre des failles? Ouais, allez, on se casse. Comme j'ai dit, les quêtes FedEx, je les ferai en hors gameplay. Là, je vais partir pour la prochaine quête principale. Je crois que c'est avec mon mage sur Xbox que j'avais réussi à niquer un dragon.
If the Inquisition wants to field the decent cavalry, it needs better horses.
Expected you'd be by. I'm Harriet, and everyone knows who you are. How's the new gear fit?
Eh bien.
Sturdy and warm. It's perfect.
Good. World's gone mad. Stock armor and blades are good against bandits, but we're not fighting bandits. My gear will see you through demons, apostates, whatever this world throws at you. So, we need custom work, something special. You bring the materials to us, we'll make it happen.
How did you come to be here?
Come from a little town called Lothering. Long gone.
Ah,
I
Rosalie.
was in Redcliffe when the Darkspawn hit it during the Blight. Helped rebuild. Left when Waldron decided it was time to hand the place over to the bloody mages. Ended up here. Just missed the boot. Can't decide if I'm the luckiest son of a bitch walking or the exact opposite.
Whichever you are, I hope the streak is broken.
A man can dream.
How did you come to be here?
Long story.
Non, c'est ce que je viens de demander, ça.
Who outfits the Inquisition soldiers?
Not me. I've got work to do. Can't be passing a sword to every blighter who signs up. If you want to help the troops, talk to Thren, the quartermaster. She'll set up requisitions.
Does the Inquisition not have supplies to make armor or weapons?
Tough convincing traders to haul up here. Impossible to get them to risk the rare stuff, so that's on you.
What can you and your team make here?
Arms and armor. We work iron as a blighted dragon bone, if you've got it. Our designs are simple, but they get the job done. You want something fancy, bring your own design. We'll see what we can do.
Ok, c'est cool.
Can you help improve my arms and armor?
Yes. You find a new piece, a pauldron or greaves, we'll take care of you. You can't just slap a new hilt on your sword in the field. Bring it here, we'll make sure it's done right and proper.
If I want something, what can you make?
Start simple. Something to keep you safe. Take a look at it on the table there and we can talk. You'll need materials. We should have what you want just outside.
Goodbye.
Right.
À vous aussi.
I hope that wasn't meant to be me.
What? That?
You obviously don't like somebody.
Did I do the right thing? What I have set in motion here could destroy everything I have revered my whole life. One day they may write about me as a traitor, a madwoman, a fool, and they may be right.
Isn't it a bit late to worry about it now?
We have only just begun. My trainers always said, Cassandra, you are too brash. You must think before you act. I see what must be done, and I do it. I see no point in running around in circles like a dog chasing its tail. But I misjudged you in the beginning, did I not? I thought the answer was before me, clear as day. I cannot afford to be so careless again.
It wasn't like you had no reason to suspect me.
I was determined to have someone answer for what happened. Anyone. I'm curious. Do you even believe in the Maker?
No, I don't.
I suppose I should not be surprised. I have to believe we were put on this path for a reason, even if you do not. Now it simply remains to see where it leads us.
Pareil, toutes les conversations, je les ai faites dans mon gameplay, donc c'est pas la peine de refaire tout. Attends, mais... Moi je suis dans Dars, donc je peux pas activer de truc de combat.
So, now that Cassandra's out of earshot, are you holding up all right? I mean, you go from being the most wanted criminal in Thedas to joining the armies of the faithful. Most people would have spread that out over more than one day.
I have no idea what's happening anymore.
That makes two of us. For days now, we've been staring at the breach, watching demons and Maker knows what fall out of it. Bad for morale would be an understatement. I still can't believe anyone was in there and lived.
If it was that bad, why did you stay? Cassandra said you were free to go.
I like to think I'm as selfish and irresponsible as the next guy, but this... Thousands of people died on that mountain. I was almost one of them. And now there's a hole in the sky. Even I can't walk away and just leave that to sort itself out.
The breach needs to be sealed. The sooner the better.
If it can be sealed, you might want to consider running at the first opportunity. I've written enough tragedies to recognize where this is going. Heroes are everywhere. I've seen that. But the hole in the sky, that's beyond heroes. We're going to need a miracle.
Et je suis là.
When will you be able to get us the I didn't realise any of Leliana's Oxman mercenaries were still here. Well, if you want your gear, you pay for it.
Non.
Oh, you're her. Thrin. Inquisition quartermaster. I'm doing what I can to supply this mess. If you find what I need to fill one of my requisitions, I'd appreciate you bringing it in.
If I have material for a special order, do I bring it to you?
Just take it over there. One of my boys will take the materials or jot down what you found.
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
J'avais pas un truc d'ailleurs, une réquisition à apporter quelque part.
I heard some speak of using the Templars instead.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, the champions of the just. Blessed are the righteous, the lights in the shadow. In their blood, the Maker's will is written. Is that what you want from us? Blood? To die so that your will is done? Is death your only blessing?
You speak for Andraste, no? What does the Maker's prophet have to say about all of this? What's his game?
How is this a game?
Do you see the sky? What about
Oh
the
mon dieu,
temple
Liliana vole dans le métal, c'est que c'est un jeu.
bones lying in the dust? Even if you didn't support the Divine's peace, you wouldn't call this right. Who could? So many innocent lives. The faithful murdered where the holiest of holies once stood. If the Maker willed this, what is it if not a game or a cruel joke?
Don't ask me. I'm as baffled as you are.
You probably don't even worship the Maker. Lucky. He asks a lot. The Chantry teaches that the Maker abandoned us. He demands repentance for our sins. He demands it all. Our lives, our deaths. Justinia gave him everything she had, and he let her die.
I'm sorry. Her death has clearly been hard.
Not just me. All of us. She was the divine. She led the faithful. She was their heart. If the Maker doesn't intervene to save the best of his servants, what good is he? I used to believe I was chosen, just as some say you are. I thought I was fulfilling his purpose for me, working with the divine, helping people. But now she's dead. It was all for nothing. Serving the Maker meant nothing.
Maybe you have another purpose. I could help you find it.
No, this is my burden. I regret that I even let you see me like this. It was a moment of weakness. It won't happen again. Come. To work then. We will speak later.
Comment je peux plus te parler? Liliana! Liliana, parle-moi! Liliana! Pardon.
Your kind killed the most holy. Lies. Your kind let her die. Shut your mouth, mate!
Enough!
Knight Commander!
That is not my title. We are not Templars any longer. We are all part of the Inquisition.
And what does that mean exactly?
Back already, Chancellor. Haven't you done enough?
I'm curious, Commander, as to how your Inquisition and its herald will restore order as you've promised.
Of course you are. Back to your duties, all of you.
Salut, Conan.
Mages and Templars were already at war. Now they're blaming each other for the Divine's death.
Which is why we require a proper authority to guide them back to order.
Who? You? Random clerics who weren't important enough to be at the Conclave?
The Rebel Inquisition and its so-called Herald of Andraste? I think not.
So far, you're the only one who's insisted we can't work together.
We might, if your Inquisition would recognize the Chancellor's authority.
There is no authority until another Divine is chosen.
In due time, Andraste will be our guide, not some dazed wanderer on a mountainside.
Remind me why you're allowing the Chancellor to stay?
Clearly, your Templar knows where to draw the line.
He's toothless. There's no point turning him into a martyr simply because he runs at the mouth. The Chancellor's a good indicator of what to expect in Val Royeaux, however.
How widespread is the violence between mages and Templars?
Impossible to say.
Your organization flouting the Chancellor's authority will not help matters.
With the Conclave destroyed, I imagine the war between mages and Templars is renewed with interest.
The mages and Templars are fighting, even though we don't know what really happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
Exactly why all this should be left to a new divine. If you are innocent, the Chantry will establish it as so.
Or we'll be happy to use someone as a scapegoat.
You think nobody cares about the truth? We all
You won't grieve that the Herald of Andraste is conveniently swept under a carpet.
I'll make sure they see reason in Val Royeaux.
Pray you're right. I will keep the peace, while you and the others appeal to the Chantry in Val Royeaux.
better ready yourself for the blame you will be rightly assigned.
Aïe, oups, je change l'oreille, j'avais oublié, je change l'oreille. Oreille droite en vacances. Bon. C'est pas la... Ah tiens, Gisèle, salut.
How fares your quest to seal the breach?
I'm doing everything within my power.
A task, such as closing the breach, is a heavy burden. I hope you do not carry it alone. We
No.
remember Andraste, but Andraste did not carry the Chant of Light alone. She had generals, advisors, even her husband at one time. Do everything within your power, but remember those who would help you.
I appreciate your insight, Mother Giselle.
Take it for whatever it is worth. You walk a difficult path, and there is little enough I can do to aid you. In any case, I pray this Inquisition proves less brutal than its predecessor.
Bien sûr.
Farewell.
Until next time.
Josie!
The Inquisition cannot remain, Ambassador, if you can't prove it was founded on Justinian's orders.
This is an inopportune time, Marquis. More of the faithful flock here each day. But allow me to introduce you to the brave soul who risked her life to slow the magic of the breach. Mistress Adar, this is Marquis Durelion, one of Divine Justinia's greatest supporters.
And the rightful owner of Haven. House Durelion lent Justinia these lands for pilgrimage. This Inquisition is not a beneficiary of this arrangement.
This is the first I've heard of Haven having an owner outside the Chantry.
My wife, Lady Machin of Denner, has claimed to Haven by ancient treaty with the monarchs of Ferelden. We were honored to lend its use to Divine Justinia. She was a woman of supreme merit. I will not let an upstart order remain on her holy grounds.
Interesting, considering the Inquisition was begun by the left and right hands of the Divine.
I've seen no written records from Sister Liliana or Seeker Pentagast that Justinia approved the Inquisition.
If you won't take her at her word, I'm afraid Seeker Pentagast must challenge him to a duel.
What?
It is a matter of honor among the Navarans. Shall I arrange the bout for tonight?
No. No. Perhaps my reaction to the Inquisition...
Personne n'a envie de se battre contre Cassandra. Oh, je suis sûr que je pourrais la voir, moi.
We face a dark time, Your Grace. Divine Justinia would not want her passing to divide us. She would, in fact, trust us to forge new alliances to the benefit of all. No
Ouais,
matter
voilà.
how strange they may be.
Soyez cool avec nous, on est cool avec vous.
I'll think on it, Lady Montilyet. The Inquisition might stay in the meanwhile.
Ah, mais la moustache, elle est sur son masque. J'avais pas fait gaffe.
Do the Durelions actually have a claim on this place?
His Grace's position is not so strong as he presents it. Despite their Ferelden relations, the Durelions are our leaders. If the Marquis wishes to claim Haven, Empress Selene must negotiate the Ferelden on his behalf. Her current concerns are a bit larger than minor property disputes.
D'accord.
I'm so pleased the Marquis isn't tossing us out into the cold.
His Grace is only the first of many dignitaries we must contend with.
You expect more people in Haven?
Undoubtedly. And each visitor will spread the story of the Inquisition after they depart. An ambassador should ensure the tale is as complimentary as possible.
The Inquisition is lucky to have you as an advocate, Lady Montilyet.
Thank you. Let us hope so. Thedas's politics have become agitated as of late. I hope to guide us down smoother paths. But please excuse me. I've much work to do before the day is done.
Je t'en prie, je t'en prie. Hop là. Mesdames, Cullen. Alors.
Having the Herald address the clerics is not a terrible idea.
You can't be serious.
Mother Giselle isn't wrong. At the moment, the Chantry's only strength is that they are united in peace.
And we should ignore the danger to the Herald.
Let us her.
Bon, ça ira.
What can they do? It's just talk. Don't underestimate the power of their words. An angry mob will do you in just as quickly as a blade.
I will go with her. Mother Giselle said she could provide us names. Use them.
But why? This is nothing but a...
What choice do we have, Liliana? Right now we can't approach anyone for help with the breach. Use what influence we have to call the clerics together. Once they are ready, we will see this through.
Waouh, il est beau le bouclier de Cassandra.
The city still mourns.
Salut. Quoi? Il avait jamais vu un nain?
Your skills of observation never fail to impress me, Varric.
My Lady Herald.
Oui.
You're one of Leliane's people. What have you found?
The Chantry Mothers await you, but so do a great many Templars.
There are Templars here?
People seem to think the Templars will protect them from the Inquisition. They're gathering on the other side of the market. I think that's where the Templars will come to meet you.
Only one thing to do then.
Rencontrer les Templiers, mais on n'est pas venu pour ça, putain. Allez, c'est parti.
Protect the people from us? Return to him. Someone will need to inform them if we are delayed.
As you say, my lady.
Maferras, je crois que c'était le mari d'Andraste, si je me souviens bien. Et on pourra pas atteindre le troisième parce qu'il y aura la cinématique. Voilà.
Good people of Val Royal, hear me. Together, we mourn our divine. A naive and beautiful heart, silenced by treachery. You wonder what we have done.
Coucou Maris.
Well, wonder no more. Behold, the so-called Herald of Andraste, claiming to rise where our beloved fell. We say this is a false prophet, a wicked Kunari sent to subvert the Maker's word.
Non.
You say I am the enemy. The breach in the sky is our true enemy. We must unite to stop it.
It's true. The Inquisition seeks only to end this madness before it is too late.
Merci Cassandra.
It is already too late.
Non.
The Templars have returned to the Chantry. They will face this Inquisition and the people will be saved once more.
Ou pas, lol. Vous êtes sérieux les mecs?
Still yourself. She is beneath us.
Pardon?
What's the meaning of this?
Her claim to authority is an insult, much like your own.
Lord Seeker Lucius, it's imperative that we speak with...
You will not address me.
Lord Seeker.
Creating a heretical movement. Raising up a puppet as Andraste's prophet. You should be ashamed. You should all be ashamed. The Templars failed no one when they left the Chantry to purge the mages. You are the ones who have failed. You who leash our righteous swords with doubt and fear. If you came to appeal to the Chantry, you are too late. The only destiny here that demands respect is mine.
Ferme ta gueule. Allez.
Templars, one of your own commands the Inquisition's forces. Join us as he did.
You're a mage. Your ties are worthless. They are all made traitors just by being in your company.
But Lord Seeker, what if she really was sent by the Maker? What if...
You are called to a higher purpose. Do not question.
Ouais, ça sent la secte démoniaque, ça, mon grand.
We deserve recognition. Independence. You have shown me nothing, and the Inquisition, less than nothing. Templars, Val Royo is unworthy of our protection. We march.
Charming fellow, isn't he?
Has Lord Seeker Lucius gone mad?
Do you know him very well?
He took over the Seekers of Truth 2 years ago, after Lord Seeker Lambert's death. He was always a decent man, never given to ambition and grandstanding. This is very bizarre.
Ouais, on est d'accord.
Do you think he can be reasonable?
I hope so. If not him, there are surely others in the Order who don't feel as he does. Either way, we should first return to Haven and inform the others.
Bon. 3e lion. Ah!
What's that? An arrow with a message?
Lis le panneau. 4e lion.
I believe that messenger is trying to get our attention.
Ah ben voilà. Je m'en bats les couilles de Vivienne.
If I might have a moment of your time.
Grand Enchanter Fiona?
Leader of the Mage Rebellion. Is it not dangerous for you to be here?
I heard of this gathering, and I wanted to see the fabled Herald of Andraste with my own eyes.
C'est moi.
If it's help with the breach, you see, perhaps you should look among your fellow mages.
I'm surprised the leader of the mages wasn't at the conclave.
Yes. You were supposed to be, and yet somehow you avoided death.
As did the Lord Seeker, you'll note. Both of us sent negotiators in our stead in case it was a trap. I won't pretend I'm not glad to live. I lost many dear friends that day. It disgusts me to think the Templars will get away with it. I'm hoping you won't let them.
So you think the Templars are responsible?
Why wouldn't she?
Lucius hardly seems broken up over his losses, if he's concerned about them at all. You heard him. You think he wouldn't happily kill the Divine to turn people against us? So yes, I think he did it. More than I think you did it, at any rate.
And what do you
Qu'est-ce que vous proposez?
for the mage's help?
Oh, I haven't promised the Inquisition our help yet. Consider this an invitation to Redcliffe. Come, meet with the mages. An alliance could help us both, after all. I hope to see you there. Au revoir, my Lady Herald.
Au revoir.
Come, let us return.
D'accord, mais avant... Permettez que je piétine vos tables.
This victory must please you greatly.
with the mothers. This is not our doing, but yours.
And you had no part in forcing our hand? Do not delude yourself. Now we have been shown up by our own Templars, in front of everyone. And my fellow clerics have scattered to the wind along with their convictions. Just tell me one thing. Are you the Maker's chosen, as so many claim?
Haven't you already made up your mind? Why ask me now?
Because, despite all my fears, what if it's true?
Bah, personnellement, je pense pas, mais je suis vraiment là pour vous aider, bande de cons.
We shall all see what the Maker plans in the days to come.
There's got to be a way to calm everything down and clean up this mess.
I hope against hope that may be the case.
Allez, cassos. Et de deux. Quoi? Et un autre chiffon rouge. Allez, c'est parti. Je pense que je vais faire ça et puis que je vais m'arrêter là. Je ferai quelques quêtes FedEx et après j'irai chercher Iron Bull dans la prochaine partie. Knock knock.
Andraste, how much did you expend in discovering me? It must have weakened the Inquisition immeasurably.
I don't know who you are.
You don't fool me. I'm too important for this to be an accident. My efforts will survive in victories against you elsewhere.
Quoi?
Just say what?
What is that?
Ugh.
Squishy one, but you heard me, right? Just say what? Rich tits always try for more than they deserve.
Blah, blah, blah. Obey me. Arrow in my face. So, you followed the notes well enough. Glad to see you're well fit. Seems different. I mean, it's all good, isn't it? The important thing is you glow. You're the herald thingy.
Yep.
Sure, why not? I glow. What's going on?
No idea. I don't know this idiot from Manners. My people just said the Inquisition should look at him.
Your people? Elves?
No. People. Name's Sera. This is cover. Get round it. For the reinforcements. Don't worry. Someone tipped me their equipment shed. They've got no breaches. friends really came through with that tip. No breaches. So, Herald of Andraste. You're a strange one. I'd like to join.
Could we take a few moments for sense to reassert itself? Who are you people?
I'm not people, but I get what you want. It's like this. I sent you a note to look for hidden stuff by my friends. The Friends of Red Jenny. That's me. Well, I'm one. So is a fence in Montfort, some woman in Kirkwall. There were 3 in Starkhaven, brothers or something. It's just a name, yeah? It lets little people, friends, be part of something while they stick it to nobles they hate. So here, in your face, I'm Sera. The Friends of Red Jenny are sort of out there. I use them to help you. Plus arrows.
The Inquisition already has friends in high places. Can you add to that prestige?
Here's how it is. You important people are up here, shoving your cods around. Blah, blah, I'll crush you, I'll crush you. Ooh, crush you. Step down, you've got big lords with big purses, like the tit we killed. Or was he one of the endless arse-lickers who followed? Doesn't matter. His grand plan was ruined by scrap torn from his desk and a red sock. By someone who couldn't read it. So no, I'm not Lord Pontyfart or Ruffled. If you don't listen down here too, you risk your breeches. Like those guards, I stole their... Look, do you need people or not? I want to get everything back to normal. Like you.
So who are your Friends of Red Jenny? You must know them.
It's not hard to understand if you're not trying to waste your day on it. Someone little always hates someone big. And unless you don't eat, sleep or piss, you're never far from someone little. Doesn't always work out, but a lot of people hate this guy. Someone got a laugh, someone got even, someone got paid. And someone has to have explained to them that free help is good.
Back there you wanted to know if I glowed. Why?
That's what you do, innit? You walked out of somewhere and now you glow. Andraste's herald. True or not, it seemed like the easiest way to know it was you.
True or not?
Well, that's what they say and all. Look, don't get ahead yet. I want to help this... whatever it is. Inquisition.
Ouais, bien sûr.
All right, Sera. I can use you and your friends.
Yes! Getting good before you're too big to lie. That'll keep your breeches where they should be. Plus extra breeches because I have all these... You have merchants who buy that piss, yeah? Got to be worth something. Anyway, Haven. See you there, Herald. This will be grand.
Ah bah ça y est, je suis monté de niveau, parfait. Alors, mais non mais... Ah donc je voulais... Oui, la barrière. Et pour Sera... Voyons. Un, deux, trois, quatre... Ça attendra 2 secondes le téléphone. Voilà. Voilà. On retourne à Dars et ce sera tout pour aujourd'hui.